Hello everyone and welcome to GreedFall. I know I'm a little late at the intro, but this game starts out with a cutscene before the character creation and I didn't really want to interrupt it. I have played this game already, but a few fans wanted to see it played. It is a good game full of interesting story and some twists that keep you hooked and engaged. I'm going to stick with the class that I grew to like for this game, but make a few different options to keep me at least on my toes. Well, without further ado, let's get to it. First, I am going to see, some of the faces in this make me giggle because they're really ugly, but I'm probably just going to go with the default one that I've had that I found was the best face, because like look at that chin, look at that. Nope. And just some of them, like, this one's normal. This one's normal. Just some of them are so weird. So I'm just gonna stick with that. At least you can turn it around to see the hair. I didn't know that for the longest time. So I just like choose... Okay, and the guy and the girls share the hair. There isn't much customization to the characters in a sense. Like, you have a very bare minimal. And like, you know, guy and girl hairstyles don't fit, you know. So I'm just gonna stick with this one, the nicer braid, the girly looking one. With thinner eyebrows. We'll go with that. Where's the green? There's hazel and blue. Oh, there we go, green. That's kind of a gross green. Ah, screw it, we're going blue. Alright. Start with magic. Magic is... I started with warrior like I usually do in games, but warriors in close combat in this game are kind of like... They're hard. I started on normal, thinking that it would be a normal, and this time I am playing on easy just so I can get through the game for you guys without me bumblefucking my way through it like ridiculous amount of times like I did my first playthrough. Like... This game is pretty punishing when you mess up something. So, I'm gonna try that. And I didn't really ever get really too far into technical. The whole traps thing is just not my playstyle. So for me, it was a little wonky to do. And I usually don't start with magic, but magic in this game is a lot of fun. And as you'll see, the flow of it and how they cast it is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go with magic again. And for magic, of course, you want the typical mental and will powers. I usually start with this just to give you more mana. Because you only start with one. And... Your hat starts with intuition. So I'm trying to think. This time I think I might go with science just to try that way of around things. Because I've done the charisma route. It's interesting. Oh wait, lockpicking. If you want anything in this game, you need an item with lockpicking on it, and you need lockpicking, or else you're not going to be able to break into anything. Because everything is just it. There's so many chests in the beginning, so that's kind of a needed right away. And yes, very great.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
That's me in photographs as well. So, if I can remember buttons. Now, I can't remember why I got what I did, but I can start out with different clothes right off the bat. So I can look quite fancy. This is really dark right here, I just noticed. But you'll be able to see it in a second. Did I not get my hat? Nope, not yet. This is set like in colonial times. And it's very like reminiscent of when, say, I don't want to offend anyone, but like British came over and made the colonies. It's that sort of feel, like we're Britain going over to colonies sort of feel. So you'll kind of notice that just setting in a sense, but obviously it's based more on a fantasy than it is real.
Hey! Green blood!
Supposed to throw you a sword, but
And
I'm magic,
the day
so.
has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious Master of Arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Bind. Ooh. Okay, I did. Parrying in this game is so hard sometimes, so that's why I'm... He is hard for a reason. He's like to weed out if you need the tutorial or not. Oop! And he hurts. Oh, right, I gotta assign it. Oh my god, that's why I started with magic though, so
Yourself well, Greenblood.
being at a
I think
distance
you
is
had a
good.
proper Master of Arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson.
That's
Unless you
tutorial.
want to go through the paces again before we depart.
I'm not doing the
No.
tutorial.
Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Oh yeah, your decisions and even how you say things change your relationships between all of your companions.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
And now, as you see, there is this disease that's happening, and it'll be explained more later. I have my hat now, which they gave me a fancier one with a feather, which obviously I gotta wear that. One thing I really do like about this game is the male and female armor is exactly the same. It's just obviously changes around your like body size, so males, you know, usually are a little thicker while females maybe a little smaller, but it's not like you change your armor and all of a sudden it's skimpier like they like to do with a lot of girls, which is, again, makes me really happy, is whatever you really like armor-wise, you know it's not going to change.
Cut. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Add to the team. And yep, that has your relationship level down below. Right now, it says suspicious. Even though you've known him your entire life. And you don't level them up, they level up based on some point.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
But obviously first you gotta go the wrong way and discover everything, which it actually rewards you in this game for experience-wise on the island. And you don't have to do all these side quests, but it actually does affect later if you don't do them. Oh, I accidentally brought out my hammer. I don't want my hammer. The aiming in this is quite weird. And I can't remember how to actually lock on, so I'm just going with the weird lock-on mechanic it has. Yeah, the whole area is kind of in a state of disrepair.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make a little come.
It's kind of like plague-like in the sense that there's just dead bodies everywhere in the streets and everything. Sick people coughing everywhere. You look important. I don't think you do anything. Yeah, no. Oh, and when you walk and try to stop, you always take an extra step, and sometimes that can get you into freaking trouble. A big funeral pyre. Now, pretty much what a legate is you're an ambassador, which it'll interchange between the two of them, but just so it's not confusing, you're like a liaison between important people, is what a legate is. I should probably actually look up the actual word.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tir Freddy. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Now we can ask about the individual
Would you be
things.
so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
This game actually gets quite in depth in the politics behind everything, and it's actually quite interesting to delve into that, and it can affect the story as well, especially towards the end.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. but one day they will inevitably take place.
You learn a little bit more
I
about
need to
him
be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
later on the island.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Oop, I keep on forgetting that that's not the run button. I've been playing a lot of Warframe. Oh yeah, and you need funguses and various trees and herbs and everything throughout this game to craft. Oh, I don't need this right now.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? You won't regret this miraculous Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Yup.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Oh, and each companion has different things that they think are the better option, and you can side with one or the other. Oh, I forgot there's just a dead bird there. Hello. Yeah, this is the stock back here. Okay, these pages are covered in small, almost illegible handwriting, experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols, but the complexity of the recipe leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist and was certainly very knowledgeable. So it proves that he was actually an alchemist and that he's actually doing something, be it if that's real stuff or not. Alright. Letter from innkeeper to the servant. The weird alchemist of the Lions who rented the room upstairs specifically asked us not to clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his vials or something, so leave him in his filth. The customer is always right. I hate that saying, because a lot of the time they really aren't. I have a stiletto. Alright, now we can go back and confront him. That were thieves.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience.
I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come
right?
now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation.
Just flees.
He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
So we'll continue this storyline. Just everybody's so upset. Well, that was a fancy dance you were doing. Just barge into your kitchens, it's fine. I don't have a key. And it's lockpicking 2, which I do not have. I only have 1. Look who we found. First we're gonna read his shit. Letter from Alchemist to Al-Sad. I'm genuinely sorry to learn that you have not found the peace you were hoping for in Serene. Since your departure from the Academy, the situation has been deplorable. Those you have accused are now behaving as if the rules do not apply to them, regularly performing questionable experiments. And there is nothing that the rest of us can do apart from keeping a low profile. I sincerely hope you will eventually find some place where you can be at peace. Your friend. So there's something deeper going on behind this situation that we don't quite know about.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither
It's kind of our
deaf nor
fault.
blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it.
One we just read.
I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
So there's like a political thing behind this instead of just him actually being a charlatan. He's actually a master alchemist.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
Well, if we think about it, like, yeah, he's kind of doing experiments, but he did all of these on himself, so he knows that it, like, 100% isn't going to harm them with small doses, and he is trying to actually help them, even if he is being kind of a big fat liar. But, I mean, I'm not gonna ruin him even more, really. Just chase him out.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Yeah. Just stealing everybody's stuff, it's fine. See, that was lockpicked. There's a lot of stuff. Which I don't think I need any of that, because I got the fancy clothes. Now, we could lead him out the back, or you can confront the crowd. I know from experience that leading him out the back is a pain in the ass. Oops.
Locked. Locked.
I used key.
I don't have the key.
I picked up a key. Or is it to... just straight up lockpick this one. Steal more of your shit. Oh, there's the key.
Key to the tavern.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
I think this is a note on a... quite a dead person, I think. Abandoned letter. I hope you will give in this letter when you finally return from El Sayad, provided there is someone still alive here to give it to you. I can barely see anymore and it's difficult to write. I'm sorry, my child. I can't leave you much. The looters are sure to have wrecked our beautiful bookstore by now, but they may not have found the chest I hidden in our house. Take care of yourself, my son, and the money enables you to flee this magic island Flee to this magic island, in which is said to be completely free of evil. Your loving father. Aw. Ooh, that guy's just like puking. Oh, time to speak to him.
Please listen. I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I
Yes and no.
A flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
Ah, angry mobs. So, I can propose a settlement, which is give them healing potions. I can order them, which I'm assuming is not going to go well. I've actually never done that one. Or speak of a horrible side effect, which is pretty much just making up a lie. Let's do it.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drank a few drops. And my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we doomed then?
Everyone is. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like statues.
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
I mean, he'll get his due justice eventually. We're just here to get him out of our city, since we've been lied to by pretty much both parties.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight.
Not really
The way
calmly.
is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You were free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahin.
I owe you my life, my lady. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Ah, well now we're gonna go back to talk to the guy that... Oh, I forgot, you can go directly back.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
So, we can either cover the escape, which is not part of what I want to do, but I'm gonna confront him in his lie.
Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're in audience with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance?
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants. That you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the bridge. And he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with him.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you are still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him. On your own lands.
How embarrassing. I should have shown more honesty in your regard. Please accept my excuses. And this modest gift for the voyage that awaits you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Ooh, we leveled up. Oh, I did get some negative from them, but I'm not really into side with one or the other. I'm gonna kind of stay in regards of like neutral sort of thing, which, you know, will end up pissing both of the sides off, but you know. But anyway, I am out of time, and I will hope to see you guys next time. Be sure to comment and subscribe, and thanks for joining. Bye!